Next up, I'm happy to present Peter Bowie. Peter comes to us from Sydney, Australia. Peter is the voice of Joomla Beat. He is a web designer. He's keeping the founder of the Joomla user group and is here to light our fire here about the community. So take it away, Peter.
Thank you, Duke. So I'm here to talk about diving into the community with some sort of obsession, whether it's an obsession with Joomla, an obsession with cats and dogs, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to talk about my experience of getting into the Joomla community and finding these obsessions. So I built my very first website in 2006. It's still around. I still have that client too, which is absolutely awesome. But I built this website from the bedroom of my parents' place, late at night, slaving away. No idea that a Joomla community existed in the world. Until I went to Sydney. I was originally from Adelaide. Until I went to Sydney and met the whole community there. They were running Joomla days at big conferences, and I was suddenly awakened to this vibrant community that I had absolutely no idea about. So I went back to my little hometown in Adelaide and thought, hey, I can do this. I can start a user group in Adelaide and do something amazing with it. So I got together and worked out what other people were doing in the world, and I started the Joomla user group in Adelaide. Now, I've since left there and handed it over to other people to take over, and they're doing an absolutely fantastic job connecting with new businesses, new people in Adelaide. It's a very small town, though, and that's what I moved away from. I wanted to be in a bigger community. I wanted to be in a bigger network of people where I could meet and network and get really crazy and obsessed with Joomla. So I moved to Sydney, where the population is, 5 times bigger than Adelaide, and I started doing a lot of things there in the community. But that still wasn't enough for me. So I started writing for the Joomla content magazine, and if you don't, I highly recommend that you do. It's the easiest way, I think, to contribute to the Joomla community. But that wasn't enough. I got thrown into the world of digital radio and podcasting late last year with a friend named Tony Constantino, who's known as the WordPress Guy. And he set up this whole radio studio. That's a couple of photos of him. And we set up this whole radio studio interviewing local entrepreneurs in Adelaide and Sydney and all around Australia, doing some really cool stuff. And I got a little obsessed with this. So I thought, hang on, let's merge these two obsessions. Let's merge this new obsession with digital radio and talking to all these weird and crazy people and merge it with my obsession with Joomla. So I made a New Year's resolution. I made New Year's resolution to start my own podcast. So I started going out buying all these really expensive toys. It doesn't look that impressive, but they are way too expensive, this audio industry. But I started doing interviews at Joomla De Melbourne earlier this year. I started meeting some really cool and interesting people, like you can see there. And I was having so much fun. And I thought, okay, I could really do this. I can continue this. I can continue and connect with more people around the world. So I did. I connected with more and more people. I'm up to episode 41 now of the podcast, doing so much stuff with it, meeting new people that I would have never, ever met before. And I finally made it over to an overseas conference where I'm meeting even more people, which is absolutely amazing. This map shows the people that I've connected with, or with the countries of where the people that I've connected with from. And it's growing all the time. It's really cool. And when I put it down on the map, I thought, wow, this is absolutely amazing. This is mind-boggling. So at this point, I actually worked out that my obsession isn't just with Joomla and isn't just with podcasting and radio. It's building the relationships with people, meeting people out there, just like David Hurley is, and connecting people in the community. So let's find your obsessions, whatever that might be, whether it's collecting Star Wars figurines or, like I said, playing with cats and dogs. I don't know what it could be. Just have a think and try and combine that obsession with Joomla. I reckon it could create some really awesome interactions, really awesome ways, really out of the box, is that the right word? I don't know. Really creative ways to create awesomeness within the Joomla community. Because we all know that Joomla needs obsessed people. Joomla is built on community itself. You can say obsessed, passionate, whatever you want, but Joomla needs these obsessed people in the community because Joomla is built on it. without the community, Joomla's nothing. Without the open source platform and the people contributing to it, it wouldn't be there, unlike some of the other open source content management systems out there. So thank you, everyone. I encourage you to go away, work out what your obsession is, and merge it with Joomla, because we all know that Joomla needs more obsessed people. Thank you.
All right, Peter. Well done.